Hi there, it's Carl Irwin, the Common Magician, and I want to try something interesting with you. I've got some paper and a pencil and a couple of other items we'll look at in a moment. We're talking a little bit more about the unseen, things that go unseen all the time. In particular, on your person, there are things that you have with you that are unseen. Things that you carry in your pocket, for example. You know, you have various pockets and you carry things on you. If you're anything like me, those everyday carry kinds of items, and they're relatively hidden away. Nobody ever sees them. Of course, there are other things that are unseen and mysterious, and we'll get to those in a moment. Decisions that can be made, secrets that are kept, and whatnot. But let's first deal with things in your pocket. Things in your pocket. What kinds of things do you keep in your pocket? Maybe a wallet, right? So I'll say wallet. Wallet, right? Wallet. I don't know, something else you keep in your pocket. What else do you have? Cell phone, maybe, right? So your phone, which, I mean, now it's hardly ever a phone. It's usually a camera, right? Or something else like that. So you have a wallet, phone. What else do you have? Maybe I don't know, keys, right? Keys. Maybe a few more here. What else do you keep in your wallet? In your wallet, in your pocket? Maybe, I don't know, chapstick. I like to carry chapstick around. Chapstick. I don't know. I asked this one time and someone said lint. They keep lint in their pocket. Lint, right? So what do we got there? Maybe one more thing that you keep in your pocket. What do you keep in your pocket? Maybe, I don't know, money clip. If you don't like to carry a wallet, maybe you carry a money clip, right? Various items that one might keep in their pocket. So we've got a few options here to work with, and let's try something interesting here. As I said. What I want you to do is I want you to take this die here that we have. We have 6 different options. You have 1 through 6 that you can roll. And again, we're dealing with the unseen, the unknown, things that are unpredictable. Go ahead and roll, and let's see what you get. So we get 2. 2 is the number that we rolled. Very interesting. So we have a list here. Again, things that are unseen in the pocket. And you rolled 2, so let's see. What do we have? 1, 2. And the second one was keys. Keys. Again, you had 6 options. Random choice. Random items that we thought about that we carry in the pocket. And I've got something here that is a bit of a mystery, a bit of unseen business. I've got this teacup sitting upside down here. It's been here the entire time, and it has keys. Imagine that. So this is another treatment on this unseen idea that we talked about last time, dealing with dice. And the one thing that occurred to me is we were talking about ordinary objects. And why I keep returning to dice, and that it's a very, very ordinary kind of gamey object. Realistically, it's more ordinary than cards, I think. People are more likely to have dice in their homes or readily available in a drawer somewhere than playing cards. Playing cards are not as common anymore, even with the popularity of Texas Hold'em, particularly in the United States, as it's become kind of the popular poker game. That kind of has a subcultural niche sort of following. A lot of people don't have cards. You know that people don't deal with cards if you're a magician and you do card magic with ordinary people, and you ask someone to think of a card, and the answers they come up with are just hilarious, right? The 5 of the little black thingy with circles, right? They don't even know what the names of the various types of suits are. So cards are not that ordinary. And it occurred to me, you might want to find a way to use a die, like we've been talking about, with really ordinary objects. So this is kind of an everyday sort of situation where all you need is a die. You need some paper, a writing utensil, and just something to cover up your keys, right? Take your keys out, set them there. Now, I thought about this. This is not really a psychological subtlety or force or anything. I just thought about, like, what do you carry in your pockets? And it occurred to me that if you ask people to name things they carry in their pockets, particularly among men, they're going to say keys. It's going to be on the list. It is a guaranteed, I think, item that one would think of. It might be the first thing they think of. It might be the second or third, but it's going to be on there. Other items that people probably will name would be cell phone, a wallet. Those are probably the big three. I think beyond those three, it really could be anything, right? As you can see in the list that we came up with. But keys, I think, are guaranteed. So you could do this, I think, reasonably with confidence, where you have some keys sitting in a cup, you have a die, you've got 6 pieces of paper, you write down the items they give you, keys will be one of them, and all you need to do is put it second from the top. Make sure that keys is second from the top. Now, if you really want to up your presentation, you could crimp your note card that says keys so that you can see it. You can mix them up and lay them out and just lay your corner crimped card that indicates keys, or you could pencil mark the back or something like that, whatever you want to do in the moment of writing it. But get it second from a side. And here you have a force where you have 100% outs on the dice. And it's going to be a little bit different. We're going to use the unseen feature that we talked about in the last video, only if we need it. And we kind of premise this by talking about unseen things. But for example, if we roll and we get, let's say we get a 1, what you do is you eliminate 1 and you say the next one is keys, and it would be keys or whatever it is. I guess I misplaced it. Where did I put my keys? There it is on this side. You would eliminate 1 and you would show the keys, right? If you they roll a 2, like we did here, was really kind of a perfect outcome. Don't ever treat a perfect outcome like it's more perfect than something else. Always make them all perfect, right? But let's say that it's 2. It would be 1, 2, right? Or deal them off if you want to, that'd be fine too. If it's 3, this is where you're going to use your unseen out. With 3, you're going to say, now, you rolled this, and we can see all these numbers, but there's one number that is unseen. You actually rolled a hidden number, which is 4. And this one, you're going to eliminate 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you show here, keys, right? So you have 1, 2, 4 against 3. If they do 5, then 5 is 5 from the other direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 keys. And then, of course, with 6, you use this as an unseen, right? You say, you rolled this number, we can see all these other numbers, but there's one that's hidden away, like these items in your pocket, like something mysterious over here. You can just allude to whatever you want to make a theme out of it. You show 1, and then you can do the 1 force to eliminate from one side. But it's very clean without having to get into spelling outs and those sorts of options. 1 through 6, like that. So, I mean, there might be some other implications for this with respect to something like Hot Rod. You know, that kind of a trick where you have 6 different gem colors, and the old outs used to be spelling outs, but here, if you're using a die, you're incorporating something else. If you had a Hot Rod where 2 was the color, you could do a much, I think, more sophisticated, cleaner way that gives you a very good option with the right theming. But anyway, that is just another idea. You can stretch this out into almost any kind of application, I think, using a die in various combinations of ounce, just incorporating the possibility that half of the options could be outed by using the number that's down on the table, the unseen option. So there you have it, another application for unseen that is not cards, more of a maybe a parlor sort of effect. You could really make this a parlor effect with larger cards and larger items. You could really make something of this, I think. Or you could have cups with various objects underneath them, 6 of them. You could really dress this up in a way and be super clean about it with a die, or even a larger die or something, a foam die, whatever your choices are there. But using that kind of a force to eliminate half of the options and get a really clean 100% out. So anyway, there you have it. A little bit more on this unseen sort of slant on using a die for prediction. So good luck with that. Happy magicking.